The SSC CGL Tier 2 live mock has been conducted on the Oliveboard platform, and I'm here over the weekend, and I'm here to discuss with you the detailed solutions of the logical reasoning section. Now, today's mock, before we start, had an interesting twist in two questions, and I think a majority of you might have faced issues in that, right? So I'll address that in today's session, and overall it was a decent mock, interesting, easy questions. One or two questions totally out of line, unexpected. But majorly everything was in place, right? So let's start. Very first question for us. We need to find the missing term in the series. Now let's check the difference. Okay, the difference is here, if you observe, it is 11 units, right? Then you will observe it here, it is 31 units if I'm not wrong, correct? And here it is 41 units. The problem is some people by this time, I don't know why, they will associate this as probably 21, and they might, you know, end up adding 21 to 56 and getting 77. It's there as the first distractor option for you, right? But that is not true. Why? Because 21 would not have covered both the gaps. Agreed? So these are all three prime numbers, okay? And 11, 31, one prime number which is missing is 37. So we are dropping one prime number in between. Also, we could have checked the next one. Here it is 47, right? So we are dropping another prime number 43 here. So after 11, if you drop 13 here, so you will have 17, right? And this will make it 73, which is option D as the correct answer. All right. So this is what needs to be paid attention to, and 118 seconds for this question, just because of the 11, 31, 41, you know, the paradox which was created. So see, I know this is very common that they are going to put traps for you and you're going to fall into them. No matter how smart you are, you're going to fall into those traps. You're bound to do that. But be wary of these facts. Be aware when you're solving right now. Pick up these small things. You have to have your preparation. Your preparation needs to be simultaneous. It's not content based alone. Just practicing is not going to help. You have to be smart about it, right? Next. Okay, cause and effect, right? Critical reasoning, cause and effect. So reading news not only contributes to knowledge acquisition but also helps to build and improve vocabulary and enhance language skills. It is often found that those who read the newspaper regularly have relatively better command over language because, according to the survey, serious UPSC aspirants have a higher command of language and highly developed decision-making skills than bank aspirants. It is clearly visible that in this direction it is not making sense, but in the opposite direction it surely is. It is trying to say that, according to a survey, serious UPSC aspirants have a higher command of language and highly developed decision-making skills as compared to banking aspirants because reading news not only contributes to knowledge acquisition but also helps to building improved vocabulary and enhance language skills. Often found that those who read the newspaper regularly have relatively better command over language, right? Now some people will say, why can't bank aspirants read the newspaper daily? It is with the connection of the, you know, the current affairs, general knowledge involvement, which is much higher in UPSC as compared to the banking exams. So because this is holding true, that means if because is making sense in this direction, okay, so after because is the cause and before because is the effect. So 2 is the effect, 1 is the cause. So option B is the correct answer. Always remember, effect means possible effect. It need not be a guaranteed effect, but may be true. Maybe. Is that true? Yes, maybe, possibly. 47 seconds, not bad. It's a decent time for a critical reasoning question of this level. Set theory based simple question actually. A union B is 30. Now, for those who don't understand this can be done by Venn diagrams also. If you don't understand this, so A union B, let's say this is A, this is B. The union is 30. That means totally they have 30 elements here, right? A is 17. So this is 17. This is 21. You need to find this. Okay. So 17 plus 21. 17 plus 21 will also include this one twice. So you will reduce it once to get 30 as the correct answer. Alright. So basically this simply implies 17 plus 21 minus 30 is going to give you the value of the intersection, which is N here. Okay, so this is 38, 38 minus 30 is 8. It's that simple. 8 is your correct answer. Alright. And the formula in itself is also that only. If you have done set theory, you must have. So then the formula is also that n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B is equal to n of A union B. So you just exchange those values, get your answers. But something unexpected. Another unexpected question in the reasoning section. Usually what I have seen so far is in the reasoning section, even if they are putting quant based questions, they are usually those questions which involve some sort of logical thinking or reasoning behind them. They are not simply put in formula questions. Then that is the use case is, you know, it goes to a waste. But anyways, if you quickly go through this, 1 minus 6 is minus 5 by minus 5, this is plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Now 1 minus 1 by 2. 1 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2. So 1 minus 5 upon 1 by 2. This will go on the top. So this will become 1 minus 10 and this is minus 9. But you should not have to write this. You have to just, you know, kind of solve it and remember. Right? I mean, in the sense, just verbally solve it. This is very easy. It is not a very typical difficult question of simplification in quant which comes. So minus 9 is the correct answer and 32 seconds. Okay, not bad. Next. This is the first question which I am talking about. I told you that there are two questions today which have gone out of the line, right? This is one of them. What is happening here? It is saying that x at the rate y is x minus 3y. Okay. And the value of x at the rate y is 19. That means 19 is equal to x minus 3y. This is what they are saying. Right? Agreed. They are asking us what are the values of x and y. Okay. They are asking us what are the values of x and y. So in that case, what we'll do now is we have no other option. We'll have to substitute the values, correct? So we'll substitute y as 3. So this is 3, 3, 9. 19 plus 9 is 28. So x is 28. Y is 3. The problem is the moment you get this answer correct, this should be right. You should mark this and move ahead. And technically they have marked this one as the right one. But if you move further, you will find that 30, 5. So if y is 5, so minus 15 will be added. Minus 15 will be added to 19 here. 19 plus 15 is 34. X is 30. So this is incorrect, obviously. Now technically you will not check the others. But if you check this one, 2. So minus 6 will go here, so it's 25, it's true. And 5 also, again we checked it already, 34, it's true. Now we can't have 3 correct answers. So either the question should have been which of the following are not values of x and y which are possible, okay, or they should have changed the value. So technically this question is incorrect. This question is incorrect. You can raise a report for this particular question, okay, you can raise a report for this particular question. So I will do it for you here. 3 options are correct. A, C, D. Okay. Be respectful when you are raising reports, right? Next. Which of the following numbers will replace the question mark in the given series? Okay. So here 5 and 12, okay, 318 and 2552, something is being multiplied. Now what will I multiply with 5 to get 12? Nothing. I can just multiply with 2 and add 2 here. Obviously this is not being multiplied by 2, but 300 and 2500 is in the range of 8. And if you multiply, you will end up getting 2544. Okay, 2544. So plus 8. 2552. So now it's easy. Into 2 into 2 into 2 plus 2. So into 3 plus 3 into 4 plus 4. No, that's not it. So then this will be into 4 plus 4 into 6 plus 6, and this is into 8 plus 8. So 12 into 4, 48 plus 4 is 52. Do we have 52 in the options? Yes. So that's our answer. Done. Of course, figuring this out in the exam was not easy, but still, if the person has done it in 59 seconds, it's a good job. Okay. But now I'm telling you how you can do that in the exam. What path can you take to make it slightly faster? Priya starts her journey from point P, alright. Starts her journey from point P. Walks 6 meters towards the east. Okay. She then takes a right turn and walks 4 meters. Followed by a left turn to walk 5 meters. Next, she takes another left turn and travels 8 meters. So this is 4, another 4 meters here. So 8 meters. Finally, she takes a left turn and walks 11 meters. So 5 and 6. 11 meters is exactly here. In which direction and at what shortest distance is P from Q? From Q is in the south, and how much? 8 minus 4, 4 meters. 4 meters south, option C is the correct answer. Cool. Very quick and easy question. 51 seconds is slightly too much here. You could have done it faster in this case. Probably somewhere between 35 and 40 would have been enough. Next, which word cannot be formed from the given word? Photo, graph and toga can be formed. Typography has 2 Y's, I believe, no? Yes, so 2 Y's are not there in photography. So option B is the right answer. 19 seconds, excellent. Good job. Next. Which of the following actions shows the best judgment when your manager asks you to sign a vendor form with yesterday's date to match the invoice cycle? They're basically asking you to forge it. Okay, so you sign immediately to prevent delays in the vendor payment? No. You sign now but handwrite today's date beside your signature, so that means you're not calling out the person who is asking you to commit a crime. The third one is decline to backdate, request a corrected document with a true date and copy procurement or finance for a compliant reissue. Okay, option C is the right answer. You will decline it, you will have to decline it, let the person know that I'm not going to do this, and you please give me the correct document. Then what will happen is another further course of action. Now this is actually word series, very rarely asked in exams. What is happening here? So observe the pattern: determination, determination, determinati, arminati. What is happening? Basically from here the first letter is dropped, but from here to here, when you're coming, you're dropping the last 2 letters. From here to here, then you're dropping the first 3 letters. So from here to here, you'll drop the last 4 letters. So we are left only with RMI. And RMI is in option C. And picking it up should not take a lot of time. 34 seconds. Very nice. Easy question. Next. Def is 1000, crab is 125. The moment you see this, immediately, instantly what comes to your mind? Cubes. Perfect cubes. This is 10 cube. This is 5 cube. Now I am sure a lot of you have already come across these questions where only some letters of the word are picked up. It has commonly been done. If you observe, how can I get 10 from this? Instantly I look at 4 and 6. Then I confirm, how can I get 5? Instantly I look at 3 and 2. So we are done now. First letter plus last letter, cube. First letter plus last letter, cube. So what will happen for hand now? First letter plus last letter, 8 plus 4 cube, that is 12 cube, 1728. Option C is the correct answer. Cool. 57 seconds. Okay. I think figuring out questions, when you need to figure something out, it is going to take some time. But if it is below 1 minute, it is still okay. Try to solve as many as possible so that the correct logic clicks you at the right time and you can save time there. All right. Based on above, how is S related to X? S related to X. S delta L. S delta L means S is the son of L. L phi G. L phi G means L is the wife of G. G X. X is the only daughter of G. How is S related to X? S is the brother of X. S is the brother of X. Very easy question. Right? 61 seconds. Too much. That's a lot of time. It was a very easy question. Don't get confused with the signs. Can give you anything. Choose the odd one out. M3060, H2448, K3366, F1836. See, one thing is for sure is that they are being doubled. Everywhere they are just being doubled. What else? So this is 13. Okay, this is 8. This is 11. 6. Okay, 6 into 3 is 18. 11 into 3 is 33. 8 into 3 is 24, but this is not valid. 13 into 3 should have been 39. Okay, so I think the first one is the odd one out, M3060. The others are not following the logic. Could have been pretty quick at this. 26 seconds, perfect. Next. This is the second question. This is the second question. Now a lot of people often get confused as to how to approach these questions. See, whenever we come across a question where you need to check for the water image or the mirror image. Yeah, exactly, Rajiv. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. What I'm doing right now is not expected how you're going to give your final exam. What I'm doing right now is a fast-paced discussion of solutions. But when you're sitting in the exam, observing the questions is actually necessary. What happens is a lot of you are always told, faster, 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 so that adds to the pressure. Then the mounting clock on the top, that adds further pressure. And then there is a lot of pressure which you are adding because of the future associated, that okay, I want to become this, I want to become that, 3-star officers, inspectors, whatever. So what happens is eventually you start taking risks is a good thing, but you have to strike a good balance. You just can't be blind while doing it. So don't focus on the content alone, but focus on every little aspect, that how accurate you are when you are reading the question and you are making haste. So practice that. Alright, now here this question is actually incorrect in this solution what is given. Technically they are asking us images of letters of English alphabet and capitals are observed in the water. So that means water images are taken. What is the number of images between C and W in the English alphabet, both of them included, which look like their original shapes? That means they are looking for capital letters whose water image remains the same. Now there is a very common mnemonic for it. He, kick, docks. Okay, if I write this, all the letters which are involved here, their water images are going to be the same. Okay, their water images are going to be the same. So now if you count this, it should be between C and W both included. We have a C here, 1. Next we have E, I. So this will be counted as 1 only, okay? K and K, H, D, O, but this will not be included. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 letters which are there. Am I right? 7 letters which are there. So this is in the whole English alphabet. Now a lot of people argue that B should also be the correct answer, where B is not counted here. Why? Because technically in the English language, how it is written commonly is always like this. So the lower circle is slightly larger. So when you take the water image here, it is going to turn out like this. Hence, we don't take B to be of the correct water image, but others are always there. What has happened here is, rather they have considered 6. Why? Because they have not counted K. Why? Because they have taken capital K to be somewhat of this sort. So a smaller line on the top, larger line on the bottom, or something of this sort. Now that these type of things happen when you use a different font, it is not always true. But generally how you are taught to write K in the English language, it is like this only. This is the larger K, this is the smaller K. Okay. So in that case, K also does repeat in terms of the water image. Hence, I think 7 should have been the correct answer, though they have marked 6 to be the right answer. And hence, this guy has also, the topper, whoever it was, his answer was also incorrect, despite taking a lot of time. So this question is also erroneous, I think. So we can raise a report here. Okay. But if you are raising reports, please give valid reasons for everything, so that the person who has designed the question can also go through what exactly is going wrong and why are you raising a report. Now this is a new type of a question. Okay, we are often expecting now that a change might happen wherein you might face a question where they give you not a single line or 2-line statement, but a smaller paragraph or somewhat small passage. And from there they will base your critical reasoning questions. So it is actually going to make it slightly challenging. But your reading needs to be strong here. Okay, multiple times I've told you, always when you're reading these type of passages, drop your stop words. So that will give you a faster paced reading with a better recapture, better understanding. And try not to reread it again and again. Okay. So after being made perform open heart surgery, assemble cars, steer traffic, clean up messes, mind babies, pets, robots now made taste food. Scientists claim machine being given ability taste so that determine whether or not food is prepared enjoyable. Considering human beings rarely agree what tastes good, what doesn't, what objective standards are there for a robot to perform this task? That's the question. Could even be argued, chasing dream, perfectly enjoyable meal cooked by AI end up depriving human beings of most cherished conversational topics, complaining about food. Indeed, robot chef might serve plate after plate of enjoyable food, but if there is nothing against which to measure the joy it gives the human who eats it, everything would be mere bland perfection. Okay, did you get the gist of it? The gist is that after, the robots now being a part of almost every other aspect, now they are they are doing a research so that they will give the taste, sense of taste to a robot. Once it can gain that taste, it will understand what is the human taste or palate like, and it will start designing AI meals which are accurately, absolutely perfect each time, because the human errors are always there. Basically they are designing robots to remove human errors altogether, right? But then there's a very thin line between involving a human and taking an assistance of a robot and completely transferring the work to the robot. So the main argument here presented by the author is that if at all this happens, it is going to pose a challenge where too much exposure to everything which is perfect, positive, jolly, gaga, good, beautiful, when there is nothing negative to take away, what will happen is eventually you'll get bored of so much of positivity. So you need some sort of a balance. If sadness is there, then the value of happiness is there, joy is there, right? If misery is there, are you getting my point? So there has to be some sort of a negative to strike a balance. And if constantly, if you start getting, perfect meals, you'll get bored of it. So that's the whole gist of the passage. Now the question is, on the basis of the above passage, the following assumption have been made. So while writing this passage, please think what the author might have assumed, which was so sure of, so basic, so obvious that the author need not write it in the passage itself. He thought that probably my readers are going to understand right away that what I am thinking of. It always has to be an obvious thing, and it can never be embedded in your passage. It always has to be implicit, never explicit. Now read. The robots haven't just landed in one field of work, they are there in different zones with various applications. I think that's pretty clear from the first line itself. It's implicit that it's not restricted to one. They have multiple options where robots are working. So I can safely assume that I can safely think that the first one was assumed by the author. AI and robotics will soon overhaul our economy. I'm sorry, it's not mentioned anywhere. Pretty unconnected. Robots have augmented and replaced labor in a wide range of industries. See, a lot of people will go with this one also. But it's nowhere mentioned that they have augmented and replaced labor. It is just saying that after being made to perform open heart surgery, it is not hinting that doctors have been replaced. Assemble cars, it is not saying that the actual mechanics or people who are responsible are replaced. Okay, steer traffic, clean up messes, mind babies. So these are the places where they have tried the robots. Nowhere has it ever replaced anybody so far. So this assumption is too specific. It's not mentioned in the passage. Okay, it's not mentioned means not hinted towards in the passage. So my answer is going to be only one. Only one is the correct assumption. So 92 seconds is a decent time for this. But now if you understand, if you expect that a passage might pop up, please try to read as much as possible, develop good reading habits and try to pick up critical sections from there. So the analysis which I did with you, the breakdown which I did with you, the main argument of the author, what are the possible assumptions, what is the final conclusion, what are the premises he's setting up to take you to the conclusion, these are the things you need to attack on after reading each paragraph, each passage, so that you will be well versed with the concept of critical reasoning. Next, Mickey remembers his conference is after 31st August and his friend Nikki remembers his conference is even number date before 3rd September. After 31st August, before 3rd September. What are the dates here? We have only 1st September and 2nd September. Alright, they are asking us even before 3rd and after 31st. It's only 2nd September, nothing else. 28th August is not possible, no? So either C or D is also not possible. So option B is the right answer. Very easy question. Next. 7 bottles have 3 different types of liquids in it. Okay. Like water, juice and milk. Perfect. Only 2 bottles have milk in it. Bottle R has juice in it. All right. So what we'll do is, what is the question? Which of the bottle contains juice? Right. We can do this. We can fix the 7 bottles. P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. And we can have these 3 entities here, which are water, juice and milk. Obviously, each bottle is only going to have any one thing, right? So that is going to help us to quickly get our answers. So either we can do this or you can quickly eliminate from the options and get your answers, right? So bottle R has juice in it. Which of the following bottles contains juice? Okay, R definitely has a juice in it. So no water, no milk. But that's not there. So none of our concern. And only 2 bottles have milk in it. Okay, perfect. Neither V nor Q contains juice. So Q does not contain juice. So neither V nor Q contains juice. So we need another bottle of juice here. How many juices do we have? Bottle S has milk. Okay, S has milk. So S is gone. And there are 2 milks here. So 1 more milk is possible. And at least one of the bottles contain water. Okay, perfectly fine. Bottle T has neither juice nor water in it. T has neither juice nor water in it. That means it has milk. Now milk means only 2 bottles. So no other bottle has milk in it. And also it is clear that U has juice. So from the options it is more better. It is much better if you solve it from the options rather than solving it through this. Okay. But even if you want to, we'll complete it now. So at least one bottle has, so Q has water with it. So probably nobody else has water. So probably P and U both have juice. Okay. Probably. We are not sure, but U and P both have. Probably they have juice. If nothing else is left in the options, U was definitely our correct answer. Bottle P has the same liquid as U, great, but not as Q. So this is true now. We did not read the last one. So this also has water. All right. So both of them have juices. Okay. So option A is the right answer. If you want, you could have done it with the table. Better off it was if you would have done it with the options. Next, how much time? 94 seconds. Okay. Okay, not a problem. The moment you see puzzle-based question, you're bound to get confused. Okay, what is the biggest hint here? What is the biggest hint here? The biggest hint is this one. This is 19 cube and this is 15 cube. So from 3 to 15 and 7 to 19, a wonderful thing which we see is that 7 plus 12 whole cube and 3 plus 12 whole cube. Yeah, this is a very good logic which is going on. So 10 plus 12 is 22 and 22 cube is going to be 10,648. There's no other option because of the unit digit. Alright, so option A should be the correct answer, which is right. 65 seconds, decent, not bad. 19. QWERT FRSUX, okay. What is the logic going on here? Okay, we can see EF, QR, TRS, TUWX. Okay, wow, got it, what is happening. So we are arranging first in the ascending order. Okay, QWERT will be first arranged in the ascending order. So we have E, Q, R, T, W, and then we are increasing everything by +1. That's it. So you have F, R, S, U, X. It's that simple. So what will be the code for Y, X, C, V, B? So arrange in ascending order. So we have B, C, V, X, Y. And we'll add increase by 1. So what will we get? We'll get C, D, W, Y, Z. Correct? C, D, W, Y, Z. Option C. 82 seconds. Okay, that's too much. Yeah, probably I understand because of the identification part. But we can definitely bring it out. Bring it down, right? Okay. Data sufficiency. One of the biggest pain points for a lot of students. Priya tastes 6 different foods. A, B, C, D, E, F at a party. Which of the foods is the tastiest? Okay. Two statements given. Don't read the statements first. Read the options first. The option says both statements are not sufficient. Both are sufficient. Only two alone. Only one alone. Perfect. That means you will either get the answer or not. You'll have to check this. Either get the answer means the question, the answer here. What food is the tastiest? Okay. So statement 1 now. Read it down. A is tastier than D and E. B is not tastier than F. So we know nothing about C here. So which one is the tastiest? We don't know. Okay, A is tastier than D and E. B is not tastier than F. But we have no relation about C. Nothing is mentioned here. So 1 alone is gone. 1 alone is gone. Quickly check for 2 alone. A is not the tastiest. Okay. B is immediate tastiest than E and F is not tastier than D. This is also not talking anything about C. This you can now reject just by reading. Now for both of them you will have to combine. A is not the tastiest food. Okay. B is immediate tastier than E. So this is E, this is B. F is also more tasty. Okay. And B is immediate tastier than E. And A is more than E. So A has to be more than B also. F is not tastier than D. So if B and D are struggling here, A is not the tastiest food. B is immediate tastier than E. And A is also tastier than E. So A is definitely above B. A is above D also. Okay. No, but D can be below E also. And F is not tastier than D. See, either which ways, whatever it is, I think A is coming out to be the tastiest. Yeah? B is not tastier than F. No, okay, B is not tastier than F. That means F is definitely above this. And F is not tastier than D. So it has to be A, D, F, B, E. That's how it is working, I believe. This should be the arrangement. Because if you see A is tastier than D and E, B is not tastier than F, A is not the tastiest food, but that is not being followed. B is immediate tastier than E, F is not tastier than D. So technically I can only have, oh, I had C, sorry. Yeah, C will be on the top. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, if A is not the tastiest, C can be on the top. Yeah, sorry. So yes, I can find out that who is the most tastiest here. So they are both sufficient to, thank God. Even I got stuck today. 67 seconds, not bad. Very good. Lovely. Next. Which of the two conclusions are true? Okay, let's quickly go through this. I less than G. I and G will not be related because opposite sides. T greater than J. Again, same problem here. T not related to J. So both of them are not related to each other and there is nothing like equal to or anywhere, right? Yeah, so perfectly none follow. Option D. Equal to etc. We would have only checked if either or was there. Either or is not there, so let's not waste time. 22 seconds here. Next. In a coded language, you shall answer the authorities is coded as OUYAHLS. Okay. One thing is clear that they are being arranged in ascending order. 15, 21, 25, 1, 8, 12, 19. Okay. The other thing is, if you watch clearly, U is fine. But in shall, there are two L's, they have only considered one. In answer also is fine. The is also fine. But in authorities, there are two I's, there are two T's, they have only considered one each. So what they're doing is, they are arranging in the ascending order and they're deleting the repeats. So for order, we are going to have, this is not true obviously. These three are correct, order is done. For generator, we will start with A, we will have E, we will have G, then we will have N, O, R, T. This should be our answer. A, E, G, N, O, R, T, which is option A. Okay. Even if you looked at the options, they were not even arranged in the ascending order. So 47 seconds, decent. Option A is the right answer. Next. Option figure that is embedded in the given figure. Okay. Can you see this straight line anywhere? Straight line is here, but there is no cross triangle. It is here, but there is no upper triangle on the top. So this is gone. Three triple triangle like this, it's not fulfilling into a triangle. Gone. Straight line coming like this, so this can be here. But this triangle, see, this is the figure, exact figure. So you learn to locate. How can you see? Okay, this is not there. So this has one of them has to be correct. No, where is this? Yeah, it's right here. It's right here. So option 4. Figure 4 is the correct answer. Figure 4 is in option D. Perfect. 37 seconds. Wonderful. Easy question. Next. By interchanging two signs, which equation will be correct? Into and plus. Into and plus. So 46 by 23 is 2. 92 minus 2 plus 200. Definitely not the answer. (92 minus 2 plus 200). Yeah, it's not right. Correct. Okay. 65 by 13 is 5. 5 into 21 is 105. Minus 105. 17 into 84. This is going to be out of the range of 800. This is also not right. So neither 1 nor 2 is the correct answer. Partially calculate and get your answers. So, oops. Am I wrong? Okay, wait. I'll have to check it again. Plus and into they are exchanging. No. So this is plus. Oh my God. I'm multiplying. Such a bad mistake I did. So 1 is definitely not right. This is 5 into 21, 105. And this is 17 plus 84. Okay. So this is 90 and 11. 101. 101 minus 105 is minus 4. So I'm so sorry. Only 2 is the right answer. My bad. Haste makes waste. 43 seconds. Very good. Next. Okay. Syllogism. All air is gas. Some gas is vapor. No vapor is a drop. No gas is drop. Okay. Conclusions. No air is drop. Absolutely right. All air is gas and no gas is drop. So no air is drop is correct. All gas is vapor. No, I cannot say that. Gas and vapor are not connected to each other. So all gas is vapor is not true. All gas is vapor is a possibility may be true. So only conclusion 1 follows. Option A is the right answer. Cool. 32 seconds. Great. Next. Four students are between Nihar and Sonia. Who is below Nihar? Okay. Sonia, who is below Nihar? Okay. Sonia is below Nihar. So the total number of students in a class is 30. Nihar is 19 from the top. And Sonia, 4 students are between Nihar and Sonia. So 4 means if the 5th position after 19th, 24th is Sonia. There are 4 people in between, correct? This is the data we know. You need to check which of the following is correct. 5 persons are below Sonia. No, they are not. 6 persons are below Sonia. Rank of Nihar is 15 from the bottom, is it? 31 minus 19 is nowhere 15, so no. 16 students are above Ram. Who's Ram? There's no Ram in the picture. Rank of Sonia is 24th from the top. That we have already calculated. So option D is the correct answer. Cool. 58 seconds. Too much. Too much time. Potato, vegetable, tomato. It's a universal truth by now. I think everybody understands. Potato, all potato are vegetables. Tomato is not a vegetable, guys. Tomato is a fruit. Why is it a fruit? It is a 9th standard biology concept. Something related to presence and absence of seeds. So I think first one is the correct answer. Option A is the right one. Okay, 17 seconds. Excellent. So this problem I think nobody faces now. A is 2, B is 4, C is 6, D is 8, Z is 52. So they're just doubling it. Okay, fine. No problem. We'll just double it. So 15 square minus 6 square plus 28 upon 26 plus 12. So this is 225 minus 36 plus 28, 64 upon 26 plus 12 is 38. And this is 161 upon 38, correct? Yeah, 161 upon 5. 161 by 38. Is it divisible? 8, 11, 25, 12. No, something is wrong. 6, 28, 14 into 2 is 28. Yeah, this is c square, c 6 square is 36. Oh God. Blunders I'm doing now sometimes. See, common errors which we all end up making and wasting our times. This is 900 minus 64. 836 divided by 38. So 8 should be ending in 2. This is 18, this is 11, this is 25, this is 12. 38, 8 into 8 should be giving 36, 6 in the end, 8, 8 are 64, so this is not it. 8 1s are 8, not it. 8 5s are 40, not it. So I think this should be the correct answer. L. Nope. K. Okay, something is gravely wrong. I'll just quickly check it again, okay. So this is 15 into 2, 30 square minus 6 square plus 28 divided by 26 plus, oh, this was 12, no? Yeah. So this is 900 minus 36 plus 28, 50, 64 divided by 38. So this is 840 and 4, 836 divided by 38. How come are they getting K here? Thirteen into 2. 6 into 2. O is 13, 30 square. This is C is 3, 6 square. 36, 900. 840, 836, 138. I would not give you a single timeline because that might not be a correct thing to do because it depends on question to question. Don't ever put a timeline on it. Okay. Oh yes, my bad again. So yes, this is 22. I am again looking for 11. 22 means K, which is option B. Perfect. So don't ever look for a fixed timeline because that might or might not favor you. Okay, and then that'll add to further pressure that okay, I need to solve it in this much time, this is the ideal time for reasoning. But anyways, it should never exceed 20 minutes. 20 minutes is the ideal time these days. Try to push it somewhere around 20 minutes. Okay, but in tier 2 the things are different. Of course, I'm talking about tier 1. For tier 2 it depends. Your questions, your critical reasonings, your data sufficiency, they're going to end up taking a lot of your time. So 60-40% is working fine. 40% reasoning, 60% quant. Weak argument, choose the corresponding option as your answer. Should the government order all public buildings to be installed with smoke detectors to prevent fire hazards? No, because fire hazards can happen in private buildings as well. No, this is not it. Yes, because this would lead to reduction in loss of life. Okay. Yeah, I think only 2 is strong. Cool. 27 seconds. And the last question for today. If P is father of R and S, R is husband of T, this is how is P related to T? Okay, we'll have to plot this. Let's quickly do it. P is the father of R and S. R is the husband of T. S is the wife of U. And R is the son of Q. How is P related to T? P is the father-in-law of T. Option C. Okay. Done. So that's it for today. Logical reasoning section. We saw two interesting questions where we got trapped and ended up, it ended up taking our time, despite we being in a very good prepared state, and two questions which were slightly erroneous. So I have already raised reports in front of you. So I think that pretty much should alleviate all the ambiguity which you might be having regarding this paper today. That's my time today for today, guys. I'll see you around in the next session. You can go through this. Till then, you guys take care. Bye bye. Namaskar. Jai Hind.